Let's get some analysis now from Tyson Barker with the Atlantic Council in Berlin. Tyson, was Congress likely to do this anyway, with or without the president's say-so?
Well, yes, I think so. I mean, first you had the discharge position, which was a procedural vote, which won a bare majority, but had 4 Republicans supporting it. And after that, it became clear that it would be very difficult for the Republican majority in the House of Representatives not to back a bill to release the files after they've been talking about it for about 6 years. So I think that the writing was on the wall in the vote in the House.
And when are these files likely to land?
Well, the bill itself says that they need to be released within 30 days of its coming into force. That means after the signature of the president. So I think we can expect it relatively quickly. The question is rather not when, but what is included and what's not included.
That is exactly my next question, what I wanted to ask. Who is in control and which files are likely to get released?
So the discourse has kind of changed to what the Justice Department's discretion is in redacting the files or deciding what is included and what's not included. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has been a strong ally of the president's, is one of the people who has been talking about the Justice Department making sure that it releases all the names of those alleged perpetrators that could be included in the files. So there is going to be congressional scrutiny on what is released in the end. And Congress itself also has, through its subpoena power, the ability to have independent access to some of this information and could release it independently of the Justice Department. So there's going to be a point of pressure from Congress as well on that front as well.
And if we go back slightly, what prompted this turnaround from Trump to say that he thought that they should be released in the end?
Well, I think it had a lot to do with the fact that he has built a part of his MAGA identity, and his base associates him with an idea that there is a lot of shadowy networks of plutocrats, of elites, involved in sex trafficking. This has been something that goes back to well into his first term. And he has associated himself with those conspiracy theories, as have his associates, including some in the administration, like the FBI director. And the U-turn on that in the summer was seen as creating cognitive dissonance among his base. And what you could see is some of his acolytes, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who really built their political coming into being on releasing these files, weren't willing to make that U-turn with him.
You mentioned there Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that split. Is this one of the biggest crises for Trump and the MAGA movement, do you think?
Well, I think it could be an indicator for more frictions to come. There is some frustration with the Trump administration on H-1B visas, on the support for bringing in more high-skilled labor into the United States, which, of course, is not consistent with the MAGA movement, and with the administration's more aggressive policy towards Venezuela, which, again, is seen as not consistent with the isolationist inclinations of MAGA. But to say that this is one of the biggest crises, I think we need to keep this in context. I mean, the president was impeached twice during his first term. So even though it shows friction within MAGA, it's not his biggest crisis per se.
All right, Tyson, we'll have to leave it there. Tyson Barker from the Atlantic Council in Berlin. Thanks very much for the analysis.
Thank you.